everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I did a video on this look here. It is my take on a fall inspired, very glamorous type of look. Overall, it was really easy to achieve, nothing too complicated, definitely appropriate for the upcoming holidays and things like that. So if you're interested at all in seeing how I got it, then go ahead and keep watching. Okay, so I've already taken care of one eye here. I'm gonna go in and start doing this eye. So first I'm gonna prime my eye. This is Tarte CC Colored Clay eye primer. This is really cool. It's like a little stick. I'm gonna first start off using some of these little Colourpop eyeshadows. Taking the Sigma, this is the E25 little brush here. Okay, and I'm literally just gonna throw this on, and then I'm just gonna buff this in from inner corner to the outer half of my eye. There's nobody like and that for me pretty much does it for that color. And I'm gonna use this one from Colourpop. This is called Desert. Okay, and this one I'm gonna use a little bit more of a blending type of brush. It's real kind of soft, but it has a little bit more of a pointed tip to it. Not, you know, not much, but enough. And if you notice, I hold this brush a little bit farther back on the handle because I don't want to be so close to where it gives a really harsh edge. Although I want it to be in the crease a little bit tighter than the first shade, I hold it farther back because it gives it more of a diffused kind of look, so it's not so harsh. I really hope this is staying in focus for y'all because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of rolling with it. Okay, you can kind of see that's just a little bit closer to that socket area. I mean, it's still above the crease because my eyelid folds a little bit lower, but my socket still is kind of in this area here. And then I am gonna bring a little bit here on the outer corner. So then I'm gonna go in, I'm using this pencil brush. This is also from Sigma, it's an E30. This little brush just makes it so much easier to really get that more crisp line. So this color is Boy Band. Okay, putting this color directly on the little tip of this brush, and I'm gonna kinda find the natural kind of socket of my eye, and just holding that brush again farther back on the handle, I'm gonna, you know, windshield wiper this back and forth. And I'm gonna bring this one pretty far in too. And I'm staying kind of out here, and then I'm gonna drag it here. And then I'll pick it up a little bit on the side of that pencil brush, and I'm gonna dust it inwards and just kind of feather it in. So it's not like we just have one little loopy here. I want it to kind of fade from, you know, darkest out here to a little bit lighter as we go into the lid. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm gonna go in with just a basic, like, intense gold shadow. I have one in this little Too Faced kit. It's the Natural Eyes, I believe. Yeah, Natural Eye palette. It's called Honey Pot. But I'm gonna take a synthetic bristle brush. And I'm putting this like in the inner corner here. And I'm gonna come over here and touch just where this darker color kind of starts to fade. Okay, so that's pretty much the eyeshadow everywhere that I want it. So you can kind of see that it's matching up a little bit more. Now I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna do some eyeliner. I'm not even going to attempt to do this on camera because I just know I won't be able to. So this is the Maybelline Eyestudio liner. This is just in Blackest Black. This is the Real Techniques eyeliner brush. This is a game changer. Love this brush. Probably put some eyelashes on too. The eyelashes that I'm using, these are this, Wispies. Okay, so pretty much this is what we've got now. And my mascara that I used was Urban Decay Perversion. I love this stuff. I'm gonna do the Nars. This is the All Day Luminous. A couple little drops of this. It's gonna be a job to cover up that little guy, but we'll see what we can do. Using Beauty Blender with this, I love the Beauty Blender using it with this foundation. I've been using the new Nars concealer too, so I'm gonna use that today obviously, but it's the Radiant Creamy Concealer. I just haven't found a way that I really like to apply it. And for me, I've been using Beauty Blender, but I don't think that this is the best combo here. So I'm gonna use a brush today. Okay, so I pretty much got my foundation on. So this is in the color Punjab, and it's medium 1. Okay. Now with concealer, I'm going to try it with the F86 tapered kabuki brush from Sigma. Yeah, I don't mind this. I am a freak about this redness coming through my skin. I don't like it, so I'll put a little bit right here along the cheek. Obviously I'm going to put blush and stuff on too, so there's really no reason to do this, but you know, if you have a lot of redness in your skin too, you know, you can do what you want. Okay, I'm just gonna bring this a little bit around my mouth too. This zit is just, he's not going anywhere, so we're gonna have to just deal with him. It's like not a flat one that you can like conceal and be like, ah, just kidding, there's nothing there. It's like one that's like, I'm not leaving you. And I'm gonna be super crusty for you too, so that way everybody can see it. That's how I feel. That's what he's saying secretly. Okay, moving on. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna start to set this. I typically use my, actually I'm gonna use this one. I don't have very much of this one. I bought the baby size of it because I wanted to try it. There's no needing to try this. This stuff is incredible. So I love it to set like my under eye. So I'll just pick it up on my Beauty Blender and bake, bake, bake underneath my eye. And I'll let that sit there for a little while. Now we can go ahead and powder. And I'm going to powder with Cover FX. This one is an N40. It's the Pressed Mineral Foundation. I really love this stuff. And this stuff is just, it's been one of my favorite powders. I like this one a lot because it gives me good coverage. And if I only wanted to just throw on a powder during the day, I could do that too. So, without having to wear a foundation. Okay, so I don't really let this sit for any longer than what I've, you know, after I've powdered and everything, because I'm not all about that life. So I'll just kind of dust this off. This is the Tapered Highlighter F35 brush from Sigma. I like wiped off half my eyebrow, but that's another thing. These eyebrows are just never gonna be goals. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna do some bronzing. Actually, after I contour. I'm gonna contour today. This is my Smashbox Bronze Light Skin Perfecting Bronzer. Okay, and then I go in with a different brush just to finish off kind of my bronzing. I'm gonna use a different bronzer too. So that's really just to kind of contour, if you want to call it that. I mean, it's just very subtle. Okay, this is BareMinerals, the High Dive. When I apply it with like a fluffier brush, which this is just a 4, this is the older airbrush kind of brush, but I hold my brush back again on the handle. So I'll just kind of dust this all over my big old forehead. Pardon the hair. And I just went blonder with my hair too, so that, gosh, this has been a struggle. I had a hair crisis. I can give you a little story time if you want to hear. So, went to a new place, first time ever since I've moved here, and found a hair girl. She came pretty highly recommended from a coworker. I went and she was super cute. She had beautiful blonde hair, and I've always been blonde. I'm not naturally blonde, I'm a naturally darker, not dark brown, but I mean it's naturally a dirtier, darker blonde, if that makes sense. So I went and basically was convinced to bleach out my root. I've never done that. And for me too, I've always just highlighted, full head, foiled my hair. So keep in mind, I'm naturally darker as well. My roots had never been bleached and it's already kind of coming through. But anyways, long story short, she convinces me to literally bleach my root, underneath here, all that. So, oh my God. When I was done and blow dried, I didn't mind it. I was like, you know what, this is gonna take some getting used to, but it's all good. I like it. I'm blonde like I wanna be, whatever. And the next day, I'm driving in my car, sun's shining in, I'm looking in the mirror, just, you know, whatever. I look at my root, which was literally this much, and I was the color of, I wish I had a color to describe. Probably this. I was orange, like I looked like a pumpkin. So here I am frantically trying to figure out what I'm going to do. So I end up calling the salon that I went to and just said, hey, you know, I feel a little bit like a pumpkin. Is there something that can be done to help? Sure, come on in. You know, we'll put like a toner on it and make it a little bit darker and it'll be good to go. And I was like, okay. I mean, I'm no professional. I didn't know what I was doing. I am gonna go ahead and tell you guys, I'm gonna put on some blush. This is the, I'm gonna use MAC Coppertone. MAC Coppertone. I'm gonna use my little Clinique brush that I like a lot. It looks very loved. But anyways, so I go back in. She's busy, so she has one of her coworkers put on a toner for me. I sit in the sink, or the bowl, for about 30 minutes. My hair gets blow dried. And I have all of a sudden turned into a gray grandma. No offense to people who are within the trend of the whole, you know, kind of silver gray. I think it's beautiful, but not for me. I was devastated. I came home, cried my eyes out. It was miserable. My sweet, sweet mama called because she knew I was going back home for that weekend. It was my boyfriend's sister's birthday, so we were going home to visit his family and her. My mom found me an opening with one of her really good friends who had been her stylist for many years before she also moved up here. They got me in and could not believe the disaster, but pretty much that's what leads me to here. I'm pretty much as natural as it's gonna get. I mean, there's still a lot of like smoky kind of color through here. I wish I was all just like this blonde, but anyways, that's my hair story. I know it might be kind of boring to some others, but if any of you are out there and you've had a hair crisis before where you feel like life is over, thank God for the professionals because they saved my life. I owe them everything because what a traumatic experience it was for me. Anyways, going back in, that's blush. I just kind of put that apples and brushed it back. I'm going in with that pencil brush again. This is going to be for underneath my eyes. I'm going to start by taking that I Spy color again. So I'm just going to dust this real close to the lash line if I can do it without making my eyes water. One thing for me, I'm not big on wearing eyeliner underneath, so I would rather just use eyeshadow and nothing too dark either. I don't know why. I mean, sometimes if I'm going really dramatic, I definitely can't wear eyeliner in my waterline unless it's like a neutral or something a little bit more bronzy. I think black eyeliner makes me look like a freak, therefore I just don't do it. Okay, then I'm gonna go in with a little bit of that darker color too, just because I like it. This is the Boy Band. I'm gonna take this just on the very tip of my little brush and just dust it. Right. pretty much on the outer corner, and I'm gonna get as close as I can to the lash line. Okay, so I'm gonna go in now with my mascara. Now for bottom lashes, the Telescopic Carbon Black. I feel like everybody and their mother owns this, but I like this, but only for the bottom. Tiny brush, if you can see it, just on the bottom. And just a little bit too. Okay. I just got this little guy. This is the NYX. It's called the Retractable Lip Liner. And this is the color Natural, I'm pretty sure. Yep, Natural Lip Liner. I'm gonna fill my whole lip in with this. Do you see what I just did? Oh my god! I hate when this happens. I just knocked off the whole tip. Oh well. My lips are super dry too, so sorry. So that's on. And then I might put just a little bit of a gloss on top. But I actually really like that color. This is NYX Creme Brulee. It's one of the butter glosses. I'm just gonna stick this right in the middle. This is Physicians Formula Shimmer Strips. I'm gonna take this. What color is this one? This is Wakiki Strip and Peachy Glow Bronzer. I'm gonna take the first two colors up at the top. I'm just gonna dust my cheekbones. Nose. Come on. Okay, so this is the finished look that I've done here. It is definitely very dramatic and smoky. However, I do feel like it can be tweaked and changed a little bit. If you were a little bit more daring and wanted something more dramatic, you could do a darker lip. Or if this is a little bit too much for you, you could always take away the lashes, maybe a little bit less eyeliner, and definitely have a very fall appropriate, everyday type of makeup look. So if you have any questions for me or even any recommendations for another video, leave it down below. I would so appreciate that, and I would appreciate it even more if you guys subscribe to my channel, because that would mean everything to me. With all that being said, I will see you next time. Bye!